What a view of the Spring Mountains surrounding beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. With Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge is with us as well.
To get yours today. Remember, Celtics fans.
As the playoffs near, let's take a look at the Eastern Conference standings. You look at Boston. Right now, if the playoffs started, they would have the 7th seed.
And you know, for the Celtics, they find themselves as just a middle-of-the-road team this year. Opponents they would have blown away last season are giving them all they can handle at this point.
Well, it shows you just how quickly things change in this league. Even if the rosters look similar, these aren't the same opponents.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. And for Boston, Derek White is out there with Booker. Then there's Filipowski. Then it's Tatum, and it's Barnes, and at the 4 spot. And here we are, the end of the line, the Cup Championship. Greg, what's the mindset like for these players right now?
You treat this like a closeout game in the postseason. No distractions, no messing around, leave it all. All out on the floor, and you hope to raise a trophy at the end of the night.
Austin with the ball. Portland making their last shot. For 3, Booker. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis with a screen on White. Right wing. They set the pick. Shakur. It's rebounded by Scotty Barnes. Booker with no one around. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist.
And from the corner, Booker is not a player you can forget about.
Over in the quarter, Porzingis. And Derek White picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Well, that's a very early foul for him. Needs to be more careful and not pick up a second one this quarter.
Here is Shakur. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. Clock at 4. Bledsoe for 3.
Great defense by Booker. The instincts he has, just always knows where to be.
Here's Filipowski. Porzingis with the rebound. The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. A basket by Shakur.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Shot's good by Booker.
Make it look like it's going in every time. Booker, unreal.
Plenty of space. And it's White with the rebound. Well, it was the Boston Celtics, their last game a loss to Charlotte.
Away team foul. Kristaps Porzingis. First personal.
The Celtics shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
And one of the highlights on the season has been their ability to make free throws. How about 82% as a unit?
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And the first time out of the game called here for the Trailblazers.
And boy, did they impress everyone with that comeback they had in the 4th. Just stunned that crowd.
To the left wing. Here's Shakur.
Well, that's already his second foul, and that puts the coach in a tough position.
Pritchard, he's checked in for the Celtics. The Trailblazers shooting their first free throw of the night.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Kept alive. The Trailblazers have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Boston's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. And Booker kicks to Tatum. Pass to Filipowski. The Celtics working the ball around now. Boston again missing.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Kyle Filipowski. That is his first foul of the game.
It's still early in the period, and they're only one foul away from being over the limit.
Now here's Porzingis. Still scoreless. Shoots over Filipowski. Sinks it. And the shot from Porzingis.
Well, there's a little old school from Porzingis, using that mid-range.
And the conversation for Porzingis, coach, tends to always come back to health. And what a challenge that has been for him.
Yeah, Kevin, over his career, on average, he's missed about 30 games per season. But that's not an uncommon problem, as you know, for players who stand well over 7 feet tall. Well, at 7'2", Porzingis has a great view of the floor. It allows him to spot open passes.
Now here's Barnes, trying to claw his way back after a terrible showing in that loss to Charlotte. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And Shakur hits the three-point bomb. He's got 11.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Well, you like the competitive mindset there, trying to answer right back. It just didn't fall.
With the drive. Bledsoe left side, just 5 to shoot, and another 3 for Portland.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He's ready to talk things through with the team.
You must have left your dancing shoes at home. Let's see what you got. Get down.
Portland making a change here. I see the stat sheet here for him.
And his three-point shooting has gotten a lot better over his last 10 games. He looks so much more comfortable from beyond. There's no doubt he's got the green light to let it fly whenever the shot's there for him.
Now a timeout called by Portland. Trailblazers making a change here on the 2K leaderboard of the NBA's leading defensive teams since the All-Star break.
And they've shown no slippage defensively. If anything, they've become more stifling since the break. I mean, they're playing inspired, passionate basketball at that end of the floor.
Barnes outside. Pass to Filipowski. Here's Pritchard. Barnes screen on Bledsoe. Driving to the basket. Pritchard passes to Tatum. And the layup's good off the glass.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Yeah, they've come out with more energy and effort, and that's reflected in the score.
Now here's Booker. He's coming off a 22-point game against Charlotte.
Yeah, but it wasn't just the scoring. He had a bunch of assists, too, affecting the offense in so many ways.
No good from Bledsoe.
just doing the job on the backboard.
Pass to Pritchard. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist.
That's a nice dime from Barnes, showing he can break down the defense with his passing.
Bledsoe, an easy 2 points on the layup. Bledsoe's got his second bucket tonight.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
Outside Tatum for three. Booker.
Well, he certainly had trouble finding the mark this quarter.
Always going up for the alley-oop here. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
Yeah, and until the defense makes an adjustment, there's no reason to go away from what they're doing.
Now here's Barnes. Nothing on the board. Pass to Pritchard. Boston needs to get off a shot. Drops in the tray.
Solid from three. Tatum is not shy about firing away.
And here's Bledsoe, defended by Booker. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. And Greg, this one-off championship game, how does that change the strategy for these coaches?
Kevin, I think you're going to see some tighter rotations. I think the stars play a little more, maybe a curveball game plan-wise as well, but it is also great prep for the postseason.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Porzingis is checked in. Bledsoe hits them both. And landing zone fouls have been a part of the rule book for some time now, Coach. It's changed how shooters shoot.
No question, Kevin, and it's a good thing, I think. The NBA needs to protect the shooters. They're doing that. None of us wants injuries that could be prevented. We don't want to see the great shooters just come down and land on somebody's foot and miss 6 to 8 weeks.
And Portland making a change here. Kamara is checked in. Here is Shakur. Stolen by Tatum. Here's Filipowski. Second chance effort. And the layup is up and in.
Relentless effort creates the second chance opportunity.
Here's Shakur. That's tipped.
Away team foul number 9. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Tatum. He seems to always be finding ways to score, averaging around 23.5 points a game.
And you can see they're struggling from the field.
A shot by Pritchard, no good. They set the pick. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
At the line for the away team, number 9. Two shots.
And so he makes both from the line.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Pass to Filipowski. Down low. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
To the paint. Portland moving the ball around. From the high post. Second shot opportunity. Got a piece of it. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. Pass to Kamara. Porzingis inside. Rebounded by the Celtics.
Yeah, in that one, the shot selection wasn't terrible, but they had to tighten it up. It did not happen.
Seems like they did all they could, and sometimes it still doesn't go your way.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Here is Shakur. Guarded by Tatum. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation.
To the away team,
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Trailblazers.
Well, I like how they're going right at the defense, creating high-quality looks with that penetration.
And also, guys, they're out-muscling their opponent. The points in the paint are piling up because of that aggressiveness.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Filipowski. Scotty Barnes comes in for Jason Tatum. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Devin Booker.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Fires from the wing. It's rebounded by Hartenstein.
And they have a narrow edge here in rebounding early on, and you wonder what kind of a role that's going to play moving forward.
Portland leading by 6. Pass to Bledsoe. Oh, good on the triple. Bledsoe's gone 2 for 5, shooting 40% from the field here. Good on the bucket. He's got 8.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. He takes it in. A basket by Shakur.
Yeah, this quarter's all about him. He's just dominating at the offensive end.
Here's Barnes. Off with the layup.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. There's the 3. And so it's Portland with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We've got more in store for you right after this. Welcome back, everyone, to this NBA Cup championship game. The second quarter is just beginning here. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one? Now timeout called by Portland. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Celtics making a switch here. Booker's checked in. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Shakur's checked in. Here's Bledsoe. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Booker out there with White. Then it's Barnes. Then there's Isaiah Hartenstein. That's who's in the game for the Celtics.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Here is Shakur. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Scotty Barnes picks one up. One interesting note about tonight's game, unlike the rest of the Cup, Greg, this does not count towards the regular season standings.
Yeah, so each of these teams will play an extra game during the season, but hey, you ask these guys and they don't mind at all.
Now Booker, 9 points in the game so far, sinks the three-pointer. Barnes has got 5 points in the quarter.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Pass to Bledsoe. Just 5 on the clock. There's a good screen. It's good from the top of the key. Bledsoe's got 21.
Well, his offense is carrying them right now. And even with the defense keying on him, he's making great adjustments on the fly.
Outside, White. Barnes sets a screen for White. And it's Portland with the rebound. And a record-setting season continues for them. Now up over 30 road wins.
And, well, you're talking maybe only 15 times in the history of the NBA has a team cleared 30 road wins in a single season. And in that group, a lot of teams that went on to win the championship. I think a lot of people would say this team is the favorite to go all the way.
Off target from the wing.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
A shot by Shakur, no good. Celtics trail by 13. Pass to Booker. They set the screen. And he gets the jumper to drop. Booker's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Great use of the bounce pass there. You gotta love that.
Now Porzingis. Over Barnes. Puts it up from 12. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Boston's gone 6 of 14 with the 3-ball tonight. Just a little over 40%.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Jason Tatum, he's checked in for the Celtics. Now a chance to examine the rebounding numbers over the past month for Isaiah Hartenstein.
In the last few months, the rebounding has sort of taken a bit of a dive for him, and a lot of factors could be the cause, but it's a trend that coach would probably like to see him reverse.
Here's Tatum. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Here is Shakur. Pass to Bledsoe. Buries the long-range jumper. Bledsoe's got 24.
And they're right around 50% for the game on their threes, and they've only gotten better as the game's gone on.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Well, there's plenty of scorers on the Celtics, but Jason Tatum says, I'm going to get my shots. It's just about trusting the process. From experience, I understand that I'm good enough that I can relax and defer a little bit. Then in the fourth, I can score 20 in the quarter. Kevin, it sounds like he's figured it all out.
Thank you so much. You know, he can take over at any time, and it's fun to watch. DA, we thank you for that. Here is Shakur. 5 to shoot. Screen by Porzingis. The basket by Shakur.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
There's the drive, and he makes that one. He's got 10.
Well, they're behind, but it's certainly not because of him. He's doing everything he can. He just needs more help from his teammates.
From downtown, rebounded by the Celtics.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Outside Tatum. Back to Booker. And a missed layup.
And the way they have controlled the glass this game, really impressive.
Yeah, they're winning the possession battle, and that's often what decides games in the NBA.
Portland leading by 14. And Stan, as he enters his prime, Jason Tatum is shooting to become the face of the NBA.
Yeah, and Kevin, he knows winning is the key. For a star player on a great team, learning that balance, when to take over and when to set up your teammates is a big part of it.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And a moment here to check out the stats for Booker. And he sits in the top 15 in points per game. An absolute powerhouse offensively.
And yet, he's a true professional at the free throw line. It's a part of the game where he excels. You want him at the line for you in crunch time. Boston making a switch here. Hardaway's checked in. Here's the screen. Offensive rebound. Out to the wing. Another shot. Goes up again. Out to the right wing. Fires high post, and he gets that one to go off the front iron. He's got 23.
Well, he's been very efficient in this quarter. Keep getting him the ball.
Hartenstein passes to Tatum, misses from short range.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive. And they keep hammering away at them inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Kicks it out to Booker. Bounce pass from Tatum. Hartenstein with the screen for Hardaway. Again, the miss by the Celtics. And here's Portland. They're on a 13-4 run. We've got 1:13 left now here in the second. Pass to Kamare. Baseline jumper. Again, the Trailblazers score.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
White down low, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
Here is Shakur, guarded by Tatum.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Pass to Hardaway. He's looking for Hartenstein and finds him. On the wing, Booker, 11 points in the game. Shakes him, and he lays it up and in. Booker's got 13.
Well, he got off to a slow start, but now in the second, he seems to be finding his rhythm.
Here is Shakur, guarded by Tatum.
That's green.
And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. You can't make it that obvious.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Trailblazers lead by 20. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Jason, still a close one. What do you think happened there in the first half?
Feeling all right. We got to do a much better job defensively. We're not where we need to be, especially on defensive end, so we got to pick it up second half.
Yeah, we'll see if you're more connected in the second half. Thanks. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Give me a beat. Oh, better luck next time. Give it up.
Hello, everybody. We're here to break it all down, and through the first half of play, it's a very commanding lead for Portland.
Tonight is what we've been waiting for, man. This is really the biggest game thus far in the season. Fans are loving it. It's now really a new favorite time of year, guys, I'm telling you.
And this might be a good time to check out the power rankings coming down the stretch.
Checking out the Trailblazers. They're the best team in the league, and they know it. When you're the biggest dog, throw that muscle on.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan.
There's always a buzz around Las Vegas. And coming up here on 2K Sports, the second half of the NBA Cup Championship. It's one you will not want to miss. Celtics trail by 20 on the floor for Portland. Off target at the rim.
And we talk about the importance of protecting the rim. Right there, outstanding defense.
And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. And here's the upcoming schedule for the Trailblazers. On Sunday and then on Monday, they'll face off against Ben Simmons and the Phoenix Suns. Celtics shooting struggles apparent, 37% from the field. Here's Barnes, uses the glass to finish the layup. Barnes has got the first points to start out the third quarter for Boston.
Just tough, gritty play there by Barnes. That's how you deal with physicality.
Pass to Bledsoe, launches a three. Filipowski grabs the board.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Now here's Barnes for three. Booker, good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist. Booker's got 16.
And brilliant play from Booker. Got it away in time before the defense could close.
Got it. Good job in the low post. And the Trailblazers lead by 17.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Tatum, no good. For Portland, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Porzingis with a screen on White. Hits it from three-point range. Bledsoe's got 27.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here is Shakur. He's got 27, 4 on the shot clock. Rebound, Boston. Barnes has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Booker. From outside the arc. Rebound by the Trailblazers. 22 is their biggest lead. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Third personal.
Scotty Barnes picks one up. Portland, they have shot 75% at the stripe, 6 of 8. The first one falls. And in addition to our NBA Cup champions being crowned tonight, we'll also be naming an NBA Cup MVP.
And what an honor that it's going to be for one of these players. So get your guesses in now for who that MVP will be. I know who I'm going with. I don't want to spoil it.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team.
It's time for T-shirts.
Doesn't love stats. Here are some numbers for Tatum. Averaging 23 points per game, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, he gives you something to build around night after night. Reliability is huge in this league.
Stolen. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. For Portland, they have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here.
Shooting for the away team, number 44. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. Celtics making a switch here. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Inside, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Yeah, this is when they need to lean on him more. Get him the ball and let him build some momentum.
And Coach Derek White spent his first 4.5 seasons with the Spurs and Coach Greg Popovich, who did a lot to boost his confidence.
Yeah, Kevin, White was a late first-round pick. He's a humble guy, very hardworking. I don't even think he realized he could be this good.
Goes up from the top of the key. That's good on the jump shot. 14 points for him.
You know, Derek White is what you call a combo guard. He can play on or off the ball. There we saw his passing ability.
They set the pick. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect. Celtics trail by 21. Now here's Booker. 19 points in the game. Back to White. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
Well, look, if you're trying to slow down White, you first have to match his activity level.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Blazers?
Well, you've got to like that they're not settling. They're attacking the defense on the drive and creating great looks.
And you can't ignore their passing. All game long, they've done a great job of just delivering the ball in rhythm right where it needs to be.
Well, talk about a guy who gives you exceptional effort. Derek White is always watching the floor for gaps he can fill, places he can make a difference in the game.
11 feet away, the shot misses. Celtics trail by 21. And Booker kicks to White. To the right side. Here's Filipowski, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Filipowski's got his third basket of the night.
Yeah, and guys, when White's got the ball in his hands, you can count on him to make the right decision with it.
Buries it from three-point range.
He's been in total control offensively, and the defense has had no answers.
To the inside. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
And you got to respect Booker. I mean, he's added to his game every year and becoming a more willing passer.
And he lobs it up.
Well, sharp interior passing is so important. The best way to create high-percentage buckets.
So it's Boston now. Outside, White. Nice ball movement by Boston. Booker outside. Off target with his three.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And Bledsoe has it in the corner. And the shot goes in. Bledsoe's got 5 points in the quarter.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
No good from Booker. For Portland, they've gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the third. And after the intensity of these last few NBA Cup games, do you all think it'll be hard for these teams to settle back into the regular season?
They'll have to adjust their mindsets for sure. Back to thinking about the long haul, not the do-or-die scenario of the NBA Cup.
Pritchard, he's checked in for the Celtics. Booker outside. That shot missing. Portland's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The game is certainly going international. Commissioner Adam Silver says, with basketball's exponential growth, it's now truly a global game. We're fortunate that the very best in the world want to play in a single league. And Kevin, the NBA continues to draw talent from all corners of the globe.
And David, you've been all over the globe, and the talent level undeniable. That's to Porzingis. And Bledsoe has it in the corner. Here is Shakur. No good from outside. Outside Tatum. Booker outside. Pass to Pritchard. To stop the run, Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Takes the 3. And they recover it. Back to Bledsoe. Pass to Porzingis. Shot clock at 5. Second chance shot. Outside for Bledsoe. And stolen by Tatum. Now the fast break. Tatum with the ball. Releases. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. 21 points for Devin Booker. Here is Shakur. Shoots over Filipowski. A basket by Shakur. 32 points in the game. The Celtics shooting 47% from the field in the third. Outside Tatum. Shot clock at 6. There's the triple. Good for the basket. Number 9. He's only missed 2 shots from the floor all night.
Well, I know we don't want to jinx it, but he's still perfect from the field in this quarter.
It's good.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
And the dunk by Booker.
Just on fire tonight. Devin Booker is feeling it, folks.
No good from Bledsoe. Boston's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6.
Yeah, look, it's not always about height. He's showing he wants those boards.
Here is Shakur, guarded by Tatum. Takes a 3. The shot by Filipowski, no good. Portland's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Booker with it, now guarded by Bledsoe. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. The Celtics have made 2 and missed 2 at the line tonight. Boston making some changes. Hartenstein comes in for Filipowski. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Jason Tatum. Good on the second free throw. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for Portland. Here is Shakur. 12 seconds left in the third. There's the pick. He doesn't hit that one. And so it's Portland finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And we'll be back with you shortly. Only 1 quarter left in this year's NBA Cup tournament. 4th quarter getting going here. The guards are Pritchard and White. Then there's Devin Booker. Then there's Isaiah Hartenstein. That's the Boston 5.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay. And he's been a force on the glass all game long.
No doubt how much those boards impact the overall outcome. You can't give them extra chances.
Pass to Pritchard. And it seems each season more things can be subject to video review. Are you a fan of that, Greg?
You know, I'm a fan of keeping the game moving. I'm not sure I'd get rid of review, but I sure would like the league to find a way to speed them up.
On defense, the Trailblazers. Lets it go from deep. Good on the three-point shot.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Shakur hits the target from 18 feet. He's got 36.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Yeah, he's leaving no doubt in this one. Doing everything he can to slam the door on a comeback.
First minute and a half of basketball play here in the fourth quarter. That's in, coming off the assist from McCollum. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Out to White. Pass to Hartenstein. No good with the layup. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Now here's McCollum. Tight defense on him. Out to the right wing. 5 on the clock. Drives to the hoop. It's tipped. And a fast break now for the Celtics. Shot from 16. Booker's shot is good. Booker's got 12 points here in the second half.
And this is how you convert in transition. Booker running the floor well and being rewarded for it.
To the wing right side. I've heard some talk about this idea, Stan. What do you think about adding a one-on-one tournament to the All-Star Weekend?
Wow, Kevin, I love that idea. And if you could get the better players to play, I think there would be some serious interest in that from fans and some great competition among the players.
And we see it every night in the NBA. That's what we all crave for, right? We want to see the biggest names against each other.
Yeah, every night we want to see the best players one-on-one against the other great players in the league.
Timeout, Blazers. Over in the quarter, Porzingis looking to get it going, and he sinks the layup.
Yeah, try as they might, the defense can't stop Porzingis inside. He's too tall and too committed.
To the middle, here's Pritchard. Good, and a nice assist from Booker. Booker's got 4 assists now tonight.
Yeah, it looks like he hit the reset button at halftime. Not sure if it was a mechanical issue, but he's looked much more confident offensively.
And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. We've seen the NBA feature several overseas games, Greg, the last couple years. Always growing the sport, aren't they?
And I know the fans love it. And nothing quite like seeing an NBA game in person and expanding that opportunity, always a plus.
Hardaway's checked in for Pritchard. Shakur passes to Porzingis. Here is Shakur. 6 on the shot clock. Took the opportunity when he saw it.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
And here's Booker from the arc. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. It's Bledsoe on the wing. Here is Shakur. Outside for Bledsoe. They get it again. Goes back up. And the layup is good.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
Boston's gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Here's Booker. to Filipowski. There's a screen. Here's Caravan. That three off target had some space there after the little pump fake. Well, Stan, the NBA awards impact so much on these players and what they think they can acquire and achieve. How do you feel about the structure of award voting?
Well, right now, Kevin, there's about 100 panelists that each get a vote, and that seems like as good approach as any. Certainly, I need to be on that panel, and you know, I mean, I think we'd probably get more worthy award winners if they would just let me pick them myself.
But you know, they make your picks public, and a lot of times voters are uncomfortable with that.
Yeah, that doesn't really bother me. I'm used to people disagreeing with me anyway. I have a family, Kevin.
And so White will bring it up for the Celtics. Outside Hardaway. And Booker kicks to Hardaway. Outside White. 6 to shoot. Back to Hardaway. Here's the three. The shot, no good.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
Out left to the wing, Shakur, and another three for Portland.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Booker looking around. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Booker's got 31 points. Well, Stan, I know you made the transition from college to the NBA as a coach and were successful, but how hard is that transition for the players to go from college to the pros?
It's an incredible transition, Kevin. In college, let's think about it. The very best teams may have 2 or 3 NBA caliber players. You know how many NBA players are on NBA teams? 15 of them. And the pace of the game, everything happens faster, so all of your reads and decisions have to happen faster. That's what I think